Imagine building a piece of software, right? So fundamentally essential that nearly 700,000 companies literally cannot design their products without it.
Yeah, you'd be the undisputed king of your industry.
Exactly. I mean, your revenue is up nearly 50%. Your existing customers are so hopelessly addicted to your platform that they are spending almost 40% more this year than they did last year.
Which, it sounds like the ultimate Silicon Valley success story on paper.
But then, in response to all this momentum, your own executives are frantically dumping over 14 million shares of stock.
Right.
And your company's valuation is it's in a 75% free fall.
It sounds completely contradictory. Almost like there's a glitch in the matrix, honestly.
Welcome to the Easy Money Show. Today, we are opening up an August 2026 equity research assessment of a genuine tech darling, Figma.
Trying to figure out if this is a falling knife you absolutely shouldn't touch or, a rare turnaround opportunity.
Right. And before we really get into the weeds today, if you're looking to organize your own fundamental research, you might want to check out StockOracle.
Yeah, we have a special 14-day trial link below in the description.
So StockOracle is an AI-aided stock research platform. It basically organizes fundamentals, valuation estimates, AI bull and bear insights, mode analysis, comparisons, watch lists, and portfolio tools.
But just remember, StockOracle is purely a research tool.
Right. Definitely not financial advice.
Exactly. It's not a buy or sell recommendation. It's not a trading service or real-time market data. AI insights and intrinsic value estimates can be incomplete or wrong, and the data might be delayed.
So always verify the important facts yourself. And full disclosure, that link in the description is an affiliate link, so the channel may earn a commission at no extra cost to you.
All right, so getting back to Figma. To really understand how we got to this breaking point, we need to look at the transition period the entire software industry is suffering through right now.
Because Figma is basically caught in the crosshairs of this massive AI disruption.
Exactly. And the fascinating part isn't just that AI exists, but how Figma is trying to prove to Wall Street that its own internal AI features can generate durable revenue.
Right, rather than just acting as a temporary Band-Aid over a structural wound.
Precisely.
But let's start with the bull case, because to appreciate the wound, we have to look at the scale of the illusion on the surface. If you just skim the top-line numbers in this research, your first instinct is to buy as much of this stock as humanly possible.
Oh, for sure. I mean, look at their Q2 2026 revenue.
48% year-over-year growth, just completely blowing past Wall Street estimates.
And it wasn't some sudden unexplainable spike either.
Right, Q1 was already up 46%.
Exactly. They've been building this momentum all year. They recently raised their full-year outlook, which implies they're easily on track to cross well over $1 billion in revenue.
Which is insane scale for customer acquisition, especially in a tight corporate spending environment.
Yeah, they're sitting at around 690,000 paid customers right now.
But the metric that really stops you in your tracks, the one showing how deep Figma's tentacles go into the corporate world, is their net dollar retention, or NDR.
Yeah, the NDR hit 139% in this assessment.
Which is the highest it's been in 2 years. So, for regular investors listening, let's break down how that mechanic actually works.
Go for it.
An NDR of 139% basically means that if you only look at Figma's existing customers, the ones paying them a year ago, those specific customers are now spending 39% more today than they were last year.
Right, so they're adding more seats, they're upgrading to premium tiers, buying add-ons.
So even if Figma's sales team went on vacation for an entire year and didn't sign a single new client, their core revenue would still organically grow by almost 40%.
That is the literal definition of a sticky product.
Right.
Once it's embedded in a company's engineering team, it just spreads.
And here's where the illusion shatters. Logically, if your biggest customers are drastically increasing their spending, your profit margins should be expanding, right?
You would think so. You've already paid the customer acquisition cost. That extra revenue should just drop straight to the bottom line as pure profit.
But it isn't. Absolute top-line growth is meaningless if the underlying economics of the business are bleeding out.
And the profitability metrics here are incredibly heavy. We are looking at a deeply negative trajectory.
Yeah, their trailing 12-month net margin is sitting at negative 123%.
Which is staggering.
Just to put that in plain English, for every single dollar of revenue Figma brings in, they are somehow losing $1.23.
Precisely. And their earnings per share is deeply negative, at negative $3.38.
Ouch.
Yeah. But the most alarming metric for a cloud-based software company is their gross margins. Elite SaaS companies usually operate with gross margins around 85%.
Right, that's what makes the business model so attractive.
But Figma's gross margins have compressed down to roughly 79.78%, and they're still trending down.
It's basically like, imagine running a high-end restaurant where, to keep people coming through the door, you've started offering an endless supply of free, exotic appetizers.
Okay, I like this.
And those appetizers cost you vastly more to prepare than the actual main course your customers are paying for. So your revenue is skyrocketing because everyone wants a table, but you are literally losing money on every single person you serve.
That is a brilliant way to frame it. And the exotic appetizers, in Figma's case, are the massive compute costs associated with artificial intelligence.
Right, let's talk about the mechanics of that, because this isn't just regular server hosting.
No, it's an entirely different beast. In traditional software, if a designer saves a wireframe, it costs Figma a tiny fraction of a cent in server space.
Super high margins.
Exactly.
Right.
But now Figma is locked in a desperate AI arms race. They're deploying generative AI features to let users instantly generate layouts or code snippets from text prompts.
And every time a user clicks generate, Figma routes that through a massive large language model.
Right. And the computing power required to run those AI models is incredibly expensive.
So the more their customers use these new AI features, the more it actively destroys Figma's gross margin.
Precisely. Which forces a vicious cycle. They have to keep injecting new capital into the system to survive.
And they usually do that through ongoing stock-based compensation, right?
Yeah, to retain top engineering talent because they just don't have the cash flow to do it otherwise.
Which is terrible news for everyday investors, because paying employees with stock dilutes the value of everyone else's shares. It's like taking a pizza and constantly slicing it into smaller and smaller pieces.
You still own a slice, but it's fundamentally worth less.
Exactly. And that structural degradation perfectly explains the violent market reaction we saw. Because when they reported that huge Q2 revenue beat, you'd expect the stock to soar.
Instead, the stock slid 15% almost immediately.
Because Wall Street isn't looking at the revenue they booked yesterday, they're looking at the massive structural costs they have to pay tomorrow.
Right. Investors are realizing this transition to AI isn't just an expensive feature update, it's an existential threat.
Which brings us to the bear case and the core philosophical debate in the tech world right now. The macro risk detailed in the research centers around late April 2026.
When Anthropic launched Claude Design.
Yes. Triggering a wave of what the industry calls AI-native vibe coding platforms.
To understand why this is a threat, we have to look at Figma's historical moat. For the last decade, building an app was a rigid process.
Right.
A product manager had an idea, told a designer, and that designer spent weeks manually crafting every button inside Figma.
Figma was basically the translation layer between the raw idea and the final code.
Precisely. But vibe coding completely bypasses that translation layer. With platforms driven by Claude Design, a product manager doesn't need a designer to draw a button in Figma.
They just type a natural language prompt like, build me a dark mode login screen.
And the AI generates the functional user interface code in real time. It skips the manual design phase entirely.
It skips it entirely. So if the canvas evaporates, Figma's core moat goes with it.
Exactly.
Okay, that is a terrifying prospect. But I have to push back here based on the data. The research highlights Figma Make, which is Figma's own integrated suite of AI tools.
Right.
And the data shows Figma Make monetization is tracking ahead of expectations. AI features are driving seat upgrades and credit pack usage. So couldn't you argue AI is actually a tailwind for them?
It's a very compelling counter-argument. It's exactly why Bank of America reinstated a buy rating on Figma at $30 recently.
So they think the internal AI features will drive the next wave of growth.
Yes, but the reason the broader market remains skeptical comes down to one word: durability.
Meaning, is this revenue permanent or temporary?
Exactly. The market is obsessed with figuring out whether companies are buying these Figma Make credit packs because it fundamentally changes their workflow, or if they're just experimenting with a shiny new toy.
Like buying a specialized kitchen gadget during a lockdown.
Right, like a pasta maker. You use it every day for a month, buy accessories, and the company sees a massive revenue spike.
But 6 months later, it's gathering dust, and you're back to boiling water on the stove.
Analysts are terrified that enterprise customers are just in the pasta maker phase of AI adoption right now.
So they are buying credit packs to see what it does, but it hasn't actually replaced their core workflows yet.
Exactly. And if those customers realize standalone vibe coding platforms like Anthropic do it faster, without needing Figma's interface, those subscriptions will vanish overnight.
Wow. And that skepticism is actively triggering a massive liquidation event among the people running the company. Let's look at the price action.
The wealth destruction from their historical highs is immense.
For context, it's currently trading around $28.15. Now, zooming out, in August 2025, the stock hit a high of $114.
So it cratered over 75%.
Yeah. Although there is a glimmer of hope. Over the last 13 weeks, it bounced about 44% from a low of $16 in April 2026.
And that timing is not coincidence. April 2026 is exactly when Anthropic launched Claude Design. The market panicked and has been trying to establish a floor since.
But just as you think it's stabilizing, the data drops a bomb. Over the last 90 days, insiders have sold a net 14.6 million shares.
That is the most alarming data point in the entire assessment.
We're talking 45 distinct sell transactions to only 9 buys. It is coordinated, massive cluster selling.
Because scale and timing matter. These insiders are sitting in the boardrooms looking at the raw, unfiltered data.
They know the daily churn rates. They know how much the AI compute bills are destroying gross margins before the quarterly report even comes out.
Exactly. When the people with the most intimate knowledge of the financial reality aggressively reduce exposure after the stock already collapsed 75%, it sends a deafening signal.
It's like watching the architects of a skyscraper quietly list their penthouse suites for sale right after pointing out a microscopic crack in the foundation.
You don't listen to their PR statements, you watch what they do with their money.
But this creates a huge paradox. Because if executives are fleeing, why does Wall Street still love this stock on paper?
The institutional analysts are trapped looking at the raw enterprise adoption metrics.
Like, Citigroup still has a buy rating with a $35 target. The consensus target is just north of $40.
Because they see that 139% retention rate, and they're modeling out what happens if Figma survives and flawlessly monetizes AI.
But look at the valuation multiple the market is applying. Figma is trading at a price-to-sales ratio of 12.8,
which is considered a massive premium valuation in software.
meaning Wall Street hasn't priced in failure at all.
None. They are projecting a very narrow, high-stakes tightrope walk. Figma has to fix profit margins, fend off Anthropic, and keep revenue growing without missing a single beat.
They have absolutely zero margin for error.
Right. If growth decelerates even a few points, that premium multiple will violently collapse.
So synthesizing all of this, what are the concrete events we should keep an eye on to see how this plays out?
The research distills this down to 3 very specific markers. The first is their upcoming Q3 2026 earnings in early November.
Looking at top-line revenue?
No, looking for hard proof of AI durability. We need to see that customers are habitually integrating these credit packs into daily workflows.
And seeing net dollar retention stabilize or accelerate. Right.
Exactly. The second marker is gross margins. We need to watch carefully to see if gross margins can hold the line at or above 80%.
Because if it drops down towards 75%, it proves AI compute costs are permanently eroding their unit economics.
Which would be catastrophic.
And the third marker, watching the insider trading filings.
Yep. We need to see that aggressive 14 million share liquidation wave finally neutralize.
We basically need executives to start buying shares with their own money.
Exactly. Until the insiders believe in the turnaround, you can't expect retail investors to believe in it.
So to wrap this up, Figma is an incredible hypergrowth story burdened by deep unprofitability and a menacing AI overhang. It's a wait and monitor situation.
The burden of proof rests entirely on the executive team right now.
But I want to leave everyone with one final lingering thought built on this research. Figma has nearly 700,000 paid customers, mostly human designers.
Right.
But with Figma aggressively pivoting to AI generation tools to fight off Anthropic, are these human designers essentially paying subscription fees to train the very algorithms that might eventually automate away their own jobs?
It is a remarkably dark irony. The users might be funding their own obsolescence.
Definitely something to mull over. And hey, if you want to run these kinds of comparisons and fundamental checks on your own portfolio, don't forget to check out StockOracle through that 14-day trial link in our description.
Yep, just remember, it's a research platform, not financial advice, a buy or sell recommendation, or real-time data. AI insights can be wrong, so verify your facts.
Absolutely, and that link is an affiliate link, so we may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. Thanks for joining us on the Easy Money Show, and we'll catch you next time.